Well, the redevelopment process was very important to us because it was actually about the future of the club. Without what has happened here, we wouldn't have been back on the international scene in terms of test matches and internationals. And a club of this size just can't survive without those sort of matches. It was clear when BDP came to us that they wanted to do something different. And we felt we were different anyway. And therefore, I think from that, we felt that it was a good fit.
One of the things, the thoughts we had was about cricket grounds in general, and of course, you know, there tends to be this sort of reference to Lords. It's the home of cricket and all the rest of it. It has a particular look, but you know, but things are different in Lancashire. It has a different aesthetic, a different demographic. Different people come to cricket, and we didn't want to lose that character. We wanted to create something that was uniquely Lancashire, whilst modernising the ground and making it appropriate for the 21st century.
Create's role was as project manager from the development's inception, and it is Create's view that to understand the client's business needs, we need to integrate with the client team, which we did in this instance. We worked closely with the internal teams within the club and also external stakeholders. And that's key for us because what it allows us to do is understand everyone's aspirations and manage those aspirations.
I think there must have been times when everybody involved in the project thought, is this ever going to work? Because we went through all these planning challenges. And I'm sure there were people who felt like throwing the towel in. But we got to a stage where everybody was so determined to see this through, not least BDP and Create, but everybody involved with the club. And I think it was that, almost that competitive spirit and that work hard spirit that got us through.
We always wanted to create this unique place that was truly Lancastrian. It was Old Trafford cricket, not somewhere else cricket, not a poor man's Lords or a Rose Bowl. And I think we really have done that. I know when we did the first phase, the points, the use of the red cladding shocked some purists and traditionalists. But I think as the ground started to come together and they've seen more of it and they've understood why it's like that, they've fallen in love with it, just as we always knew they would.
This may not have worked. In fact, I'm sure it wouldn't have worked at a place like Lords. It may not have worked at any other cricket ground, but it certainly worked for Lancashire County Cricket Club. And I think if they went elsewhere, they would find something that fit there as well.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we do particularly well at BDP is about placemaking. So it's not just about building buildings, but actually collecting them and creating places. The spaces between buildings are very important, and also capturing the character of the place that we're working in. So a building in Manchester won't be the same as a building in London or a building in India or a building in Abu Dhabi.
We realised that it's incredibly important to the club to create facilities that can be used for a multitude of purposes. The reason being this maximises revenues for the club and also provides community benefits.
It's always immensely satisfying when you come to these jobs at the end. And you know, you walk in, you get that sense of arrival, attainment, achievement, and it's fantastic. And I think for all architects, that's the best bit of any job.
It's going to be great to sit back ahead of the Ashes next year in 2013 and say, well, you know what, it was a real challenge, but look what we've delivered, what we set out to deliver, which is a world-class stadium.
Now the whole development's been done, people see how the jigsaw fits. And it really is stunning, and it's different, and it's absolutely top class.